Ladies and gentlemen, Best Worst Cantina presents another episode of Unemployed Commentators with your favorite little brown man, Giancarlo.
Gary Miller.
Oh, okay. You're brown too?
Yeah, dude.
Sick. How you doing, man?
Dude, I misread that. I'm sorry. I thought that's where we
It's
were
okay.
going.
I mean, we didn't choreograph it.
All right, we gotta have rehearsal on that one, dude, because I thought it was kind of obvious, but my bad.
Oh, my bad. Well, it's another episode of Unemployed Commentators. Garrett Polis is, or is it Jared or is it Garrett?
Gary Polis.
Gary Polis's favorite podcast. It is Monday night at 9:50 p.m. It is December 14th, 2020. This year is almost over, Mr. Miller.
Is it? It's just gonna go into 13 months, dude. I have a feeling it's gonna.
With our luck, for sure, man.
2020 with an extra Montana steel chair coming from
It's gonna be the extra month is called Desanuary.
yeah.
Well, it was a great night of fights. I'm sure you caught some, right, Gary?
Dude, it was I thought it was a great card.
For sure. There's so much to talk about.
Mhm.
It was UFC 256. And it started out in the early prelims with Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper really needs to work on his stand-up, dude.
Fair, but I've been erroneously calling my co-host Austin Hooper, tight end, but Chase Hooper is what I was thinking of. He's got the jujitsu skills of G Baby here.
Nah, he's way more advanced. If only I got to do jujitsu, bro.
His submission was crazy, dude. But yeah, I agree with you.
No, I mean, okay, he's only 20 years old at the moment. I think he's 21 actually.
Yeah.
And he still has a long career ahead of him. But yeah, he was taking a lot of damage that is going to probably catch up to him when he's like 36. And he was taking a lot of damage until the third round while he just did like an Imanari roll and just went straight to honey hole, which is a jiu-jitsu leg lock technique where you got two legs crossed in the inside and he finished an outside heel hook from the honey hole on the third round. And the thing is that Peter Barrett, if he was to practice his leg locks, he had a leg lock opening there that he could have attacked. It could have been a calf slicer.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you guys look at that fight closely, it was so many opportunities. I was just like, I was screaming at the TV.
Have you become like a coach level, you think, with you just feel like a corner man almost? You're like, oh, you see something and
yeah, you know how like you got like these old men that yell at their TVs during a football game and they're like, that was bullshit. He should have done this, and that. That's how I feel.
that sounds a lot like me.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I'm sure you feel the same way when you see like your team is the Broncos, obviously, correct?
Yeah, I mean, but I like good football and I like good wrestling. I like good MMA, you know. You can tell when shit's terrible.
And I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I hate like mediocre grappling in a professional fight atmosphere. But of course, in the sport of MMA, you're not practicing one aspect of the sport like I am. They're practicing so many other aspects. There's striking, there's boxing. I'm sure if I was to go striking with one of those guys, they would knock me the fuck out.
Hey, same, dude.
For sure. Then the next fight was Tisha Torres versus Sam Hughes. That was a nasty fight. I actually I think it was originally Tisha Torres versus Angela Hill. That would have been a great fight, but Tisha Torres is a monster. It's because she's Puerto Rican for sure, though.
So I've heard.
Yeah, of course.
I've heard.
Yeah, I mean it's in our blood, but she would totally kick my ass. Then you got Gavin Tucker versus Billy Quarantillo. Gavin Tucker won by decision. To tell you the truth, I was ordering pizza at that time. Wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah.
I was just trying to carb up.
You know, we've said almost every fighter can kick our ass, but I think there ought to be an unemployed commentator's knockout challenge where each fighter gets 15 seconds to knock us out. And it's just back to back to back to back to back to back.
Bro, with so many damage to our head just trying to get knocked out by these
Yeah,
fighters, by the episode 200, we'd be like, yeah,
dude.
welcome
So
to Unemployed Commentator.
but it would be the caveat, would we even if we get knocked out, we'd have to come back into the fight
Yeah.
to
For
make it
sure.
fair.
And after that fight was Renato Moicano versus Rafael Fisiev. Fisiev knocked him out in the first round, 4 minutes in. Uh, People thought that was actually an early stoppage. I actually thought it was too, to tell you the truth, during the fight. But then after the fight was over, seeing him like all wobbly, I was kind of glad that they stopped that fight, dude, because Fisiev is a monster in kickboxing and Muay Thai. I think he trains out of Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand.
Mm. Out of prison or a real place?
Tiger Muay Thai?
Yeah.
This is an actual gym.
Okay. I never know based on Sky's Folsom, who's our first guest on the show.
Oh, for sure, I remember that. He actually literally trained with Nathan Orchard of 10 Planet Seattle too over there. And then the premier prelim fight was Cub Swanson versus Daniel Pineda. Cub Swanson, beautiful display of boxing, bro. Beautiful display after a year off because he tore his ACL in a grappling match in quintet against Jake Shields. Did you know that?
I did not.
That was his coming back fight.
I was coming back and then he tore his ACL in that fight.
No, he was just grappling with Jake Shields, and then he
Ugh.
tore his ACL, I think, from a leg lock.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, whoa. So he came back, then got hurt, and then came back.
No, he took a year off because of that grappling match.
Oh, okay.
And then it's Junior Dos Santos versus Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane was, I think, ranked 14, and Junior Dos Santos, I think he was in the top 10. I'm not sure. Cyril Gane just, dude, the heavyweights have to watch out. They're getting more athletic. They're getting faster. Those EPOs are coming, bro. Those EPOs are coming. I actually doubt it. He seems like a really athletic heavyweight kickboxer. I don't want to talk shit here, even though all I do here is talk shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, fuck.
And then you got Kevin Holland. Did you see that fight, the Kevin Holland versus Jacare Souza fight? Dude, that was the first time I've ever seen someone knock someone out with a punch while they were laying on their back and they just swung their hips and punched them, bro, from guard. Video game. It was such a different technique. And then
like from boom.
He actually he was on his back, right?
Yeah.
And then he just swing his hips and just went forward and just knock out one of like the greatest jiu-jitsu competitors out there.
Wow.
From his guard.
So when me and Gio were together, he beat the fuck out of me on UFC. I think I won one round.
You were using Zabit, I think.
So did you recently see that video? I think I sent you. Was Bruce Lee beat up Conor McGregor, like hit him in the back and knocked him out?
Yeah,
that's what I'm imagining in my head.
Yeah, when he just swing his arm back or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It almost felt that way, to tell you the truth. Are you drinking a Red Bull?
Oh hell no, dude.
Oh, White Claw. Okay, yeah. I see you. Damn, dude.
It's holy year, man. Not following the law.
No law with a claw, bro.
Nope.
They should sponsor us now. After that, we just earned them top dollar.
Yo, is your boy Condit gonna sponsor us, dude? Sponsor our comedy show when we start getting people back, dude.
Bro, I want Black Rifle Coffee to sponsor us, bro.
We talk to both of them, dude. We'll get double juiced.
Yeah, for sure. We need that coffee money.
Yeah, dude. That's what's up, dude.
And then after that fight was Mackenzie Dern versus Virna Jandiroba. It was quite the opposite of how I thought that fight was gonna go. They're both jiu-jitsu black belts. Of course, Mackenzie Dern is a champion black belt. but it was just a striking match.
I think
Mackenzie,
they both were like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try to fuck you up" because of that.
yeah, for real, they were just trading punches.
Hmm.
Mackenzie Dern even tried to go for like leg locks and just pull guard, and it was just crazy. Mackenzie Dern broke her nose in the second round, and then she just fought more aggressively in the third.
Mm,
So I'm actually excited to see her uh, at like just upgrade more on her striking. She does
yeah,
have a great team. She trains with Cheeto and all those people in Ruka. But I feel like a few more fights, and I can see her in the top five for sure. And then let's talk about Tony Ferguson versus Charles Oliveira. Did you see that happening?
yes,
You did?
yes, I did.
Did you bet on Charles Oliveira?
No, I didn't. So I didn't bet on this fight, but I put my prelim. I was like, I was bet on Oliveira in that fight only because I felt with the Gagey fight that I felt he broke him.
Oh, dude, he totally broke him. I felt like, first of all, he didn't just lose that fight. He got
Hmm.
punished. Like
Hmm.
that was a punishment of a fight.
Hmm.
And then after that, he decided not to have his regular corner with him.
Hmm.
He was
Yeah,
his own head coach.
yeah,
And then, bro, like you can tell during his training sessions he had no structure.
yeah. I guess like I mean I think I sent you a quote he had too, dude. I was just like, man, I think he's got some mental issues right now. He's got to deal with, dude.
Oh, 100%. He's mentally
Yeah.
unstable. That's why he's in 10th planet. No, but like
um, yeah,
I
just
hear stories.
and I don't and yeah, I'm not even calling the guy out and saying like, hey, you're mentally ill, but it's probably needs some sports therapy and get back on the right track a little bit.
Oh man, I mean,
So I think
this
you suffer a loss after 12 wins in a row.
for
You're supposed
for
to
a
yeah
decade.
yeah when you're supposed to fight for the fucking title multiple times. Of course, it's gonna fuck with you.
And this is me quoting Kenny Florian. He even says it. He's like, "Look, Tony Ferguson wasn't the most technical striker, and he was never the most technical grappler off of his back. He just had heart."
Hmm.
And then you're going against someone like Charles Oliveira, who's basically a technical grappler and a technical striker. Dude, like if Charles Oliveira out wrestled him and Tony Ferguson's an All American,
Yeah,
you imagine Khabib?
it was. I mean, they talked about his wrestling. It was All American too, and then Gaethje's All American too. I mean, yeah, Khabib's on a different level of wrestling. That
Yeah.
Russian Dagestan wrestling.
But I think Justin's a Division 1 wrestler.
Yeah.
Is that above All American or under?
D1 is still All American.
Is All American?
Yeah, if you take top 8 at the Nationals. But even Burroughs, I think, got beat by another Russian dude previously. I think DC and Khabib had a bet on that. But I guess just from my perspective on that fight too, I mean, the heart was there. It's not like it went away. I mean, how the fuck he didn't tap in that armbar?
Yeah, no, he was tough in that fight. But
Tough
that's
as
the
hell.
thing. It's just Ferguson was never a technical guy. He was just a
Mhm.
guy that fought with his heart.
Yeah.
And he just, dude, he has meth head energy, bro. Like he was not gonna tap to that armbar.
Yeah.
For those type of people, you have to choke him.
Yeah. I mean, the people like, how do you not choke? I'm like, have you seen the dude fight?
Yeah.
Even like I really mean that fight with Gaethje, it was like watching like an old boxing match when you're walking like Chuck Wepner just fucking bleed, dude. And you knew the dude's just staying in there out of heart, go the distance, go the distance. And you're like, it's like watching a Rocky fight, dude. You're like, there's no fucking way a dude like this is gonna come out of that and be all right.
No, dude, no one's the same after that type of punishment.
Mm-mm.
And then, dude, probably the best flyweight fight ever.
Yeah.
Davison Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno ended up in a majority draw. Jesus Christ, what a great fight.
Yeah.
Brandon Moreno is such a Mexican fighter. Bro.
The best way I've ever heard. Yeah.
He's such a Mexican fighter. He got hit really hard and then answered with like a combo as soon as he gets hit in the fight, like in the face. I was like, what the fuck, man? And then getting soccer kicked on the nabs, man. And he didn't even use his 5 minutes to just like take that rest. And he was dry heaving.
Dude, that's like, yeah, it was a great card. I mean, dude, from that was probably the best card I've seen all year.
I think
Mhm.
it was the best card. Uh, like all around, all the fights were memorable.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have this awesome. By the way, it's for sure they're gonna have a rematch in 2021.
Oh, they should.
Dude, Brandon
100%.
Moreno wants to fight in January.
Fuck it, why not? That was those kind of fights where you're like, yeah, let's run it back
Yeah, he just like
right away.
he was posting on his Instagram story. I'll be ready by January. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, just rest.
Yeah.
There's
One of our last guests, I mean, she posted something else too. I have to look into it, but it was like Kayla Bushy posted this app, and I don't know if I have to look at it whether it's like question or something, but it shows like your percentages of like stress, energy level, that kind of stuff. And I was like, man, I wonder, if you got the I guess the charge, if you could see some of these guys after fights, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like, see where people are at and how they recover. And these are all top tier athletes, right? But I got to thinking today, and I'm thinking about David Goggins, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking this guy, like he's so like hardcore. He's running like miles a day, miles and miles a day. Like 150 miles a week, something like that, right?
Hmm.
And I'm going, average Joe dudes like get inspired by these people. They're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna fucking go hard on this shit and stay like that, right?
Uh-huh.
But they just can't keep up because they ain't the fucking same athlete, dude.
No,
You know what
dude.
I mean? So like these MMA guys, I'm curious, like with the lactic acid levels and stuff like that, where they're at after these fights and how quickly they're able to recover.
For real.
You know?
It's and of course they have like the UFC Performance Institute where they have like this scientists that are just working on the recovery too.
Yeah.
I'm like I would love to see the studies on that.
Oh, 100%. That'd be amazing to see, and like compared with other athletes, because this is almost like the CrossFit of sports.
It really is, man, because like, all right, if you put a fighter in like let's say a basketball game, depending on their height, of course, or in a soccer game, they're gonna hold up. Like if you put John Jones in basketball game or in football, he's
Mhm.
gonna hold up. But if you have a basketball player get into fighting, I mean, witnessed it with Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't teach an athlete to be a fighter, but you can make a fighter be an athlete, and they're gonna be probably the top
And
athletes out
and
there.
I will say that when you watch wrestlers and fighters play basketball, it's fucking rugby, dude. It ain't even basketball.
No, dude. I mean, I saw Tony Ferguson was cutting weight by just playing basketball,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Oh,
oh man, I feel bad for anyone that tries to guard him,
yeah.
bro.
I watched Habib play basketball, and I mean, I really was like, you bless your heart, dude. Like you're like one of the best, like if not the best fighter in the world. But you get dunked the fuck on. You come to Rucker Park, dude.
Yeah. Of
Like
course, I mean,
you get crossed up left and right by eighth graders, bro. And I'm sure they don't give a fuck, but
they don't. They really don't. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's just to be a UFC
yeah.
fighter, bro. I think that's like the most athletic you can be.
I I think it's funny too, is like we talk about like our top athletes, dude, and I think America for the last 30, 40 years has been whatever our top basketball player has been.
Hmm.
And that's how we measure athleticism in this country, I guess, on a purely visual standpoint.
Who do you think is the greatest athlete of all time?
Secretariat.
The horse?
Yep. Did you see that fucking race, dude?
I was gonna say Bo Jackson, but okay.
Bro, did you see that fucking race?
I mean,
If you're
I'm in
like, you've seen horses just fucking die, dude, just running that fast. That motherfucker won by 27 lengths, dude. You fucking kidding me?
I meant human, but okay.
You fucking
Fair
kidding
enough.
me, dude? Have you seen that goddamn horse, dude?
Jesus Christ. I love how you said it without even like thinking twice. You're like
Oh, dude.
Secretariat.
Dude, I swear to God, I've watched that at, like over and over on that race, and I've seen so much other shit, dude. Like, that is the best athlete of all time.
Oh man. That has to be on an episode. We have to do that. We have to watch
100%, dude.
Secretariat now.
Yeah.
We have to watch Secretariat 100%.
And that'll take us like 2 minutes too.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be the shortest Unemployed Commentators episode ever.
Yep.
Actually, yes, I think it would be because
Yeah.
the solo one you did was what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it will be the shortest one.
Yeah. Dude, that one, I think I think there was even a poll. It was like greatest athletes of all time, and I think they put like Secretariat was like top 10. 100%.
Yeah, I mean they didn't specify human.
And I just gotta say, I was like, as just a fan of athletics and stuff, dude. Like I've seen dominant performances. Like Michael Phelps, I think is up there too,
Well,
for sure.
I mean, think about it. Can anyone out wrestle Secretariat? I doubt it.
Dude, yeah, try to fucking maybe like old like we're talking like old natives like back in the day, like Cherokee man just taming wild horses. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Bad motherfuckers like that.
Like except for LeBron to go for Colby Covington, I want LeBron James to at least wrestle Secretariat.
LeBron's our dude now who are like, LeBron could do this, LeBron could do that. The motherfucker he might be like Shaq when Shaq was done. He's like, I'm gonna try everything.
Bro, I would love for LeBron James to step on the octagon with John Jones.
That would be a fair fight.
Yeah, because they're the same size.
Yeah, because like when they talked Kobe, I was like, the only thing I could see is if he got on top of him.
I think Colby Covington could fuck him up.
I think he could, but here's the thing: like, I'm a lot better than a lot of friends I've ever wrestled, but I have shot in before, and I'm like, oh fuck, you're heavy. Now they suck at wrestling, so I was able to beat their ass. But for a split second, I was like, fuck, they're heavy. This sucks ass.
You got to count on that good old single leg, man.
Yeah, dude. So the fact they didn't know what they're doing like helped me tremendously. So that's why I think Kobe Covington has the edge. But LeBron James could palm his head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure. And before we start on discussing about this Saturday's fight card, this podcast is brought to you by Best Worst Cantina Shop. We have beanies, we have coffee mugs with this beautiful mugs on the mug.
He's talking about John too.
Yeah, true.
We're after Christmas, guys. We're changing up the shop. There's gonna be some new items, and the ones on there will be gone.
So get it while they last, man.
Can I talk as a little bit of a business owner right now?
Go for it.
Okay. I just want to say to all you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle nerds who are pissed at the price of the Ninja Turtles on our site, get more money, you broke bitches.
And if you want to talk shit, trust me, it'll be on site. On site.
On site.
Bro, that's
I put that price high for a reason.
And if you ain't down with that, bro, it'll be on site.
On site.
Bro, I think that's my favorite thing. I was talking to my coach, Nate, and he was just saying about someone. He's like, dude, if I see him, it'll be on site. I was like, I need to say that now. That's my favorite thing ever.
It's on site.
It's on site, bro. That should be just the title of this episode. Yeah. On site.
I had an email today too, as I talked to another toy store, about similar toys, and he's like, "Hey, I saw your listing on eBay. I think we're miles apart on price." And I was like, "All right, so you're a broke bitch too."
I bitch, get more money.
Dude, this is the only thing I'll probably follow a video. This is the dumbest thing I talk about, like luxury items, right? When people are like, "Oh, they're too expensive." Yeah, you can say they're too expensive, but I saw a bunch of you motherfuckers pay 300 grand for a piece of cardboard, which was a holographic Charizard, dude. So I don't want to hear shit from you motherfuckers.
For fucking real, dude.
Yeah. I think we've talked about that multiple times on this podcast too.
For sure.
Me and Gio are we're Pokemon fans here.
Dude, I fucking love Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
I like as Pokemon Red was my first, and then it was
Cool.
Yellow, and then dude,
Yep.
I think I took like maybe like a few years off, but trust me, if I was to play again, bro, it would be on site.
Sight.
On
Like-
site. Anyone challenges me to a duel, it's on site. No, Poke Battle. It's
Yeah.
on site.
Dude, you're like the trainers in the grass, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yep.
If all right, this is a good one. If I was a Pokemon trainer, what type of Pokemon trainer do you think I would be?
Ooh. Part of me wants to say the rock type, dude, like Brock.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I see us the fighting type.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, you would have like a wrestler base. Like your star Pokemon would be Machamp.
Yeah, like that. The motherfucker's like, I'm gonna fight my Pokemon.
Yeah. Like the one with the 4 arms, bro.
Yeah.
That's your Pokemon of choice.
Sick.
For sure.
Sick. I think you'd have what is it, the Onyx?
Ooh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah,
Oof.
I like Onyx.
On site.
On site, bro. So let's get on to UFC Fight Night. Thompson versus Neal. This is gonna be a great fucking card, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The first fight is Rick Glenn versus Carlton Minus or my anus. Did you see that video of the commentator? Bro, so there's a fighter's last name. I don't even think his name was my anus. I think it was just minus too. And then he was just like, my anus is getting hit.
Dude,
my anus is bleeding. My anus is bleeding.
my anus is we ain't even the worst podcast. Have you seen that one? That commentator, dude, he goes, that's kind of gay.
Oh man. And
got
then
such soft hands. That's kind of gay.
Oh man, yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one. Fucking killed me.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but before we continue, Rick Glenn and usually fights at 145, and then you got Carlton Minus fights at 170 pounds, and they're fighting at lightweight, bro. I'm going for the bigger dude, bro. I'm going for the big boy, Carlton. He's only 10-2, bro. Rick Glenn's 21-6.
I just want our listeners to know I wasn't laughing at what he said. I was. Yeah, sorry. Your shit's so good. No, I was okay. God, this feels so bad to admit, but I was looking at the video to try to link it to you.
Yeah,
it's kind of gay, and then I found another one where he goes talking about Rudy Gay, and he's like, "I'm not a big gay guy." It's like you got me on the train of thought there. I'm sorry.
That's kind of gay, then.
Like,
oh man. After that, it's a flyweight fight between Jimmy Flick and Cody Durden. Bro, I saw Jimmy Flick on the Dana White's Contender Series. His jiu-jitsu is fucking amazing, so I'm going for that, dude.
Okay.
Then after that, it's going to be Tafon Chukwi versus Jamie Pickett. Tafon Nichukwi is 4-0-0, and then you got Jamie at 11-4. This is a middleweight fight. Tafone usually fights at 205. Jamie Pickett at 185. Jamie has the reach advantage by 3 inches. He's also 32. Tafone's 26. But I think due to experience, I think Jamie Pickett will get this one.
Hmm.
Then, bro, it's Ayman Sahabi versus Draco Rodriguez. Ayman Sahabi, it is Faraz Sahabi's brother. Do you know who's Faraz?
Mm-mm.
He is George St. Pierre's head coach.
Oh.
He is a genius. He is also 33 years old, so he needs to take advantage of his prime while he can because this other dude, Draco Rodriguez, is 7-1-0, and he's only 24 years old.
Oh shit.
They're both fighting at 135. Draco has the 1 inch reach advantage, and Amon is 7-2-0, and Draco's 7-1. So I would say Sahabi would win this one. And also, I think Draco still has a whole career ahead of him, though.
Hmm.
Then we have a catch weight fight at, I don't know, because they usually fight at 185. I don't know what's going on there. But it's Darren Wynn versus Antonio Arroyo. And Darren Wynn is a 6-2-0, and Antonio is a 9-3-0. Both are 31 years old, bro. This is at 185. You know how tall is Darren Wynn?
How tall?
5'5". At 185.
Fuck, that's like me, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's you fighting Israel Adesanya. Jesus Christ.
That's like little brother fighting like heads on the head like this, and you're just swinging away.
Yeah, because Antonio Arroyo is 6'2".
Holy shit, dude.
That's a. But you know what? Antonio only has a 3.5 reach advantage.
How is that motherfucker built?
I don't know. I'm actually like curious. I want to see that fight, really.
Yeah.
That's insane. Then after that, it's I think Antonio is gonna win it if he knows how to keep his distance and use his jab, by the way. Then you got Carl Robertson versus Dalcha Lungiabula. Are you reading this name right now?
Say that again.
Lungiabula. Or Lungiambula. I think that sounds better. Lungiambula.
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 Oh boy.
So they're both in their 30s. And this is another crazy height disadvantage, bro. Dalcha is 5'7", and Carl is 6'1", and they're both fighting at middleweight.
Dalcha Lungiambula. That's what I'm going with on that.
He's
on the name.
But he has a reach advantage, even being the shorter fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. He's only 5'7". That's insane. This reminds me of the old like UFC days where you got Diego Sanchez fighting at middleweight. And Kenny Florian, bro.
That's a long time ago.
For real. I mean, the lightweight division didn't even exist at that time.
That nuts.
Right?
Because it was it other Elite XC, right?
WEC.
WC, that's right.
Yeah, WEC had the 135, the 145, 155.
Mm-hmm. So I remember Uriah Faber talked about him on the podcast, but he was in our high school. There's a banner because I think he did some with K Swiss or some shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then it's a women bantamweight fight after that. It's Sihara Eubanks versus Penny Kiansad. They need to have simpler last names, bro. I'm done with this.
Once you get simpler last names like Johnson. No.
Yeah. So Sihara Eubanks, 35, 5'3".
I was like the most like slave fucking mentality. We're like, everybody needs our last names.
Says the guy whose last name is Hernandez.
Yeah.
This fight, I feel like it's gonna be probably Kiansad's fight, man. I don't know if you know anything about these.
Not as well. Fill me in.
To tell you the truth, I don't really know that much either. I just see by the stats.
Okay, we're gonna make something up here. Okay, so Pani Kianzad spent time in a Spanish prison. Sajar Eubanks escaped one of Beyonce's Nike sweat factories by
Mm.
beating everyone to death. So I think I'm gonna go with Sihara Eubanks.
All right, I'm going to Penny Kianzad.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like escaping the authoritarian workshop of Beyonce Knowles of Destiny's Child is pretty tough to do.
So the premier prelim fight is Bilal Muhammad versus Diego Lima. Um, Diego Lima is a beast, so I'm going for Diego Lima.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Diego Lima is 17-7-0. Bilal Muhammad 17-3-0. Bilal Muhammad's a beast too, though. But I see it going for Diego.
Ooh.
That is just a prelim card, by the way, bro.
Bilal.
Next, the first fight on the main card is Anthony Pettis versus Alex Morono.
Dude, every time he's around, I'm like, damn, he's been fighting for fucking ever.
Yeah, dude, and he's only 33.
Yeah, that'll never, I don't think that feeling will ever go away. I'm like, damn, he's been around forever.
And he's been performing really good too.
Yeah.
So I'm going for Anthony Pettis in that fight.
I think I am too.
Then we got Jillian Robertson versus Talia Santos. Taylor Santos. Jillian Robertson 9-4-0. Taylor Santos a 16-1-0.
I think I might have to go Santos on this one.
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
Then it is Marcin Tybura versus Greg Hardy, man.
Dude, I bet against Greg Hardy last time and it fucked my parlay.
So are you gonna bet for him now?
It depends on how I structure the other ones, but I might have to.
I mean, he is a big dude, man.
Yeah.
But the other guy's more experienced. But you know, with these heavyweights, you never know.
That's the thing. I think that division is so volatile, dude, and it always has been.
Yeah, because they take so much damage too, bro.
Yeah. You know?
Then these next 4 fights, man, it's gonna be so good. It's Marlon Moraes versus Rob Font. I'm gonna go for Marlon. Marlon just came off of a loss against your boy, the Sandman, bro. Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Marlon.
Me too. Now, this other fight I'm really excited for. Michael Pereira versus Kellen Chaos Williams.
Yeah, I'm going Kalen Williams.
Man, I really want Pereira to win though, because I love him doing flips and shit.
I agree, dude. I don't know right now. I mean, I'm buying into the hype, I guess.
I mean, Chaos Williams is a beast, dude. I think I'm gonna go for Pereira.
That's fair.
Pereira. And then the co-main event is Jose Aldo versus Marlon Chito Vera. What's your opinion on that fight?
Chito.
Chito, man. 10P Pharrell, man.
Yeah.
I'm going for Chito.
Chito. I mean, dude, I don't dislike Jose at all. I think he's a bad man, but I don't know. Just part of me is like, are the best days gone? And just
I think he took too much damage, man.
That 13-second knockout, dude. I mean,
yeah.
I know. Maybe it's just you or me, but like when you get like Ben Askren like knocked out super quick like that, that's gotta like, I mean, that's like in the movies when somebody just smacks you with like a brick in the back and you're out. Like,
yeah.
Brain damage on that. That's gotta fuck you up,
bro. You know it's funny to add insult to injury. You know, there's a Na Na remix by Kanye.
Really?
Yeah, and 2 Chainz says, "I'm going down like I'm Askren."
Damn, he took that well.
Oh, dude, he tweeted, he's like, "Damn, I can't even take a break with Kanye songs."
Dude, I think for a while until like a next big knockout comes, him and Nate Robinson are gonna be taking so much shit talk.
Hey, that's the risk, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was like fucking Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas for the longest time too.
For sure.
You know? But now everybody's like, yeah, he's the baddest man on the planet.
Yeah.
Again.
And America's sweetheart at the same time.
Dude, it was funny because like I remember growing up from like 99. No, I take it back, like 96 to like 2008 until
when he raped someone.
Well, like because he came back and bit
Holyfield's
ears off, and then he was the joke from 96 to 08. 100%.
Yep. Matt TV never let it
Yeah,
go.
never let it go. They just ripped on his ass all the fucking time, dude. And I personally think what changed opinion, my opinion is this: The Hangover and his one man show.
100%.
That's what I think.
And his podcast.
Yeah.
And that is the main event: Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Jeff Neal. What do you think's gonna go on in that fight?
I think win or lose, Stephen Thompson's probably gonna have something nice to say about Jeff Neal.
He's the nicest MFer out there, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Gosh darn it. I'm gonna curse here, but gosh darn it. I don't think you deserve to fight me.
I think Stephen Thompson's gonna win though. I gotta pick him.
I'm gonna go for Jeff Neal.
Yep.
I think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's not become the gatekeeper, and he's 37 years old, bro. He's 37.
I think he's got one last one in it.
You think so?
Maybe one last little hit.
Probably. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is a beast, though. And his karate is amazing. His striking is great.
Yeah.
But I still think people are seeing. See, the thing is, when it comes to karate, bro, their weakness is always going to be a left hook. Their chin is out there. Their guard is not up. They're always like standing side to side. All's missing is that left hook, the same one that Michael Bisping knocked out Luke Rockhold with.
Luke Rockhold, he talked a lot of shit going in that one too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I went from loving him and Weidman to being like, fuck those guys.
Dude, you know what? I always wanted Michael Bisping to win the title.
Yeah.
And I even doubted him, and I didn't even want to watch that fight because I didn't want to see him lose.
But I think it was funny is like anytime those fighters get the humble pie, because like Bisping with Dan Henderson.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck Bisping, dude.
Yeah, at UFC 100 after the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
That was such a classic, though.
Yeah. So then, and then I ended up rooting for him too. And so yeah, it's funny, dude. It's just funny how that fucking happens with fights.
For sure.
You know?
And then that's it. That's the card, man. 15 fights. I hope COVID doesn't ruin it.
I was gonna say I'll probably bet on 4.
On 4?
Probably that main card.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard card to bet on, though, for sure.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Like, there's no, like, obvious winner.
Except the fans.
Exactly. Which is us. And for everyone that are listening, we appreciate you.
Yeah, you guys are okay.
Bro.
I wish you guys listened more. And I wish you guys followed my boy G Baby on Twitter so you can see great gems, like when his Mexican girlfriend hates it when he says "orale."
Yeah. It's the truth, man. It's sad. It makes me sad. I'm 1% Mexican, bro.
You're like "orale." Could say it.
Orale. Orale.
It's like, I think your tweets are a little bit more saner than I am right now.
I like how random your tweets are, though.
I forget to tweet and then I get pissed off and then I go tweet and I'm like, wow, this looks insane.
You look like what you tweet like if you're Tony Ferguson's mind right now, bro.
So straight retweeting most of the time. Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah. God, I went after NBC and then it's SNL. That's my last tweet. That's cool.
That's fucking funny. All right, brother. Do you think this is it?
I think this is it.
All right. Thank you guys listening. Make sure you check out the shop, like we said earlier, and stay unemployed.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.